For anyone managing finances, whether personal or for a small business, recording transactions accurately is the bedrock of good accounting. GnuCash, a free and open-source accounting software, empowers users with robust double-entry bookkeeping capabilities. One of the most common tasks users perform is recording payments. But it's not just about noting that money left your account. It's about correctly assigning that payment to its rightful place in your financial records. As an accounting software expert, I often see users grapple with assigning payments, especially when they're new to double-entry principles or migrating from simpler tracking methods. Understanding how to properly assign a payment in GnuCash is crucial for accurate financial reporting, tax preparation, and gaining real insights into your spending. The core principle: double entry and splits. Before we dive into the how, let's quickly reiterate the fundamental concept that GnuCash is built upon: double entry accounting. Every transaction affects at least two accounts. When you make a payment, money leaves one account, an asset like your checking account, and goes somewhere else. That somewhere else is the assignment. Often, this somewhere else is an expense account, e.g., utilities, electricity, auto fuel. However, payments can also reduce a liability, like paying off a loan, transfer money between your own accounts, or even increase another asset, like buying office equipment. Furthermore, GnuCash heavily relies on split transactions. While you might record a single payment from your bank, that payment can be split into multiple categories or accounts to reflect its true nature. This is incredibly powerful for detailed tracking. Step by step, assigning a payment in GnuCash. Let's walk through the process of assigning a payment in GnuCash. Assuming you're typically entering transactions directly into your asset, e.g., checking account, register. Scenario: you paid your monthly internet bill for $70 and bought office supplies for $30 from a single transaction using your debit card. Open the register for the payment source. Navigate to the account from which the money was spent. In most cases, this will be your primary checking account. In the account tree, simply double-click on the assets, bank, checking account, or whatever you've named it. This opens the account register. Create a new transaction row. At the bottom of the register, you'll see an empty row ready for a new transaction. Date. Enter the date the payment occurred. Number. This is optional but useful for check numbers, transaction IDs, or receipt numbers. Description/payee. Enter who you paid, e.g., internet provider, office supply store. Be consistent with your payees for easier reporting later. Reconcile or leave this blank for now. You'll use it when reconciling with your bank statement. Transfer. This is the crucial field for simple, single-category payments. For our example, we're doing a split, so we'll leave it blank initially or click the split button, the icon with multiple arrows, or the split transaction button at the bottom. Initiate a split transaction. Since our example payment covers two different categories, internet and office supplies, we need to use a split. Click the split button. It looks like an icon with multiple arrows, or simply says split transaction at the bottom of the window. The transaction row will expand, showing multiple lines, splits, below the main transaction. Assign each split to an account. Now, for each part of your payment, you will assign it to an appropriate expense or other account. Split 1 Internet Bill. In the first split row, under the Account column, click the drop-down arrow. Navigate through your account hierarchy to find the correct expense account. For instance, you might select Expenses, Utilities, Internet. In the Withdrawal column for this split, enter the amount, $70.00. The Deposit column should remain blank for a payment. Split 2 Office Supplies. In the next split row, under the Account column, select Expenses, Office Supplies, or a similar category you've created. In the Withdrawal column for this split, enter the amount, $30.00. Verify the total. Look at the main transaction row above the splits. GnuCash will automatically calculate the total withdrawal based on your splits. In our example, it should show $100.00. This total should match the actual amount of money that left your bank account. If it doesn't, double-check your split amounts. Record the transaction. Once everything looks correct, press Enter on your keyboard or click the Record button, often represented by a green checkmark or simply Record at the bottom.